Hello, my name is Mimi Malaz Bashir. I am the founder, chair and artistic director of Bashir Productions. Bashir Productions is a theatre company and registered charity that helps support women, BAME and working class creatives in the performing arts industry.
We unconsciously give other people permission to do the same.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate.
Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond.
The idea of having a showcase for females came from myself and Candice Kane and Siobhan Welsh. We all liaised with one another and spoke about how the showcase will run at Theatre Peckham, and we all wanted to give a platform for female creatives. Now, let's have a look at what the actors and directors have to say about Here She Is Showcase.
What drew me to Bashir Productions is that it said it was a female-led showcase of talent to writers, directors, people who identify as female, and it was quite a diverse group of people as well who were working on the project, and I'm always drawn to projects like that. I'm directing 3 pieces, 2 monologues and 1 scene. So the scene For Art's Sake, Cleaning House is one of the monologues, and Night Out, and I've worked with some incredible actors doing it. Also directed the interlude on the top of the piece. Bashir Productions is such a great team to be part of because they're doing really important work, mainly showcasing female voices, female talent from completely different backgrounds as well. And I'm always for and interested in working with the female voice, and what we identify together and what unites us is being female. So that's why I've been really happy and really proud to be part of this show and production. So thank you, Bashir Productions.
What I've taken away from this experience, just in terms of working with women and understanding that we all have so much to offer, and it's just really important that we communicate that in tomorrow's performance, because we are half of the race, and we need to, do the best we can to show that we are worthy, we are talented, and that we are understanding of our stories, and I think that will come across because all the women in the pieces are so talented, firstly, and the directors are as well, and we're just going to continue working, and I think that's really important, basically.
Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am directing Free and The Coconut Diaries. I first became involved with Bashir Productions when I saw the call out, and having read about their company ethos, I thought this is something that I want to get involved in. I want to be part of something that is female led and is going to give a huge range of females a platform to voice their opinions and say about what cares about. I'd like to give a platform to a huge range of females to talk about what they care about and to express themselves in a way that only they can. The 2 plays that I'm directing could not be more different. So Free is about an abusive relationship, and I won't go into it too much because I'd like you to come and see the play, but we really investigate what it means to be in a relationship like that and the lasting impact that it has on the people in that relationship. The Coconut Diaries is investigating identity and how we identify through the race that we are, and should we identify through the race that we are. It throws up loads of questions and has made for some really interesting discussions during rehearsal. I'm really looking forward to them both being put on stage tomorrow, and I hope that you can all come and watch. Thank you.
My name's Edie Newman, and I am the writer of the number 52, and I'm also acting in the piece. I came across Bashir Productions on a Facebook page for actors, and they specifically called for women who are diverse, which was a rarity. Especially considering most of the castings I go to, I tend to keep a part of me hidden. my female relationship hidden from the panel, just in case they're not okay with that and you're trying to play a straight character, which in 2018 is utterly ridiculous. So it was refreshing to go into a meeting, audition room, and put forward my work, not being ashamed of who I am, but rather a company that was going to celebrate it, which was amazing, really. The piece is about two women who, one's comfortable with her sexuality and the other isn't comfortable with her sexuality, and it kind of explores their individual struggles with that, being in love with someone who isn't comfortable and being in love with someone who you aren't comfortable being in love with. I think in the current climate we focus a lot on gay men, which is great, that is absolutely great, but there's not much support for gay women and women's sexuality, because we're still seen as just like there to have children and be sexual, I can't think of the word, beings, I guess. And yeah, so it explores that, the struggle of it and the internal struggle with yourself, which I think isn't explored much on stage or screen.
Really good.
My name's Catherine Lord, and I was very lucky to find the call for the submission of a piece of writing for this event to Bashir's company. I met Bashir by submitting my very long monologue, and the invitation, which isn't too common, was it could be an adaptation of a Shakespeare play in a small sublimated version. I wrote a long monologue and it was too long, it went to 15 minutes. So very brilliantly actually, Adriana and Mimi said, well, why don't you turn it into a play for 3 people with 3 voices, which I did. And it means, because of Bashir, luckily I've had a chance to direct my own work. It's my first proper non-naturalist piece of writing, and it has 3 characters in it who are all women in their late 20s, of different backgrounds, different ethnic origins, and yet we don't know, mysteriously, they're 3 Calibans from Shakespeare's Tempest on a desert island in 2018. And they're dealing with Prospero, the magician, Shakespeare's magician, who has his 3 Calibans looking after him. And what I want people to take away is the complexity of these relationships, where in Shakespeare, Caliban is the slave, Prospero is the master, Miranda is the white woman who's in a very privileged position. And what I want people to walk away with is to see how Caliban becomes her own person and organises her own storms and finds a secret. The whole 15 minutes has a secret inside it that we find out. And the point is, I want people to walk away with the complexity of these relationships, like difficult parent-child relationships which become enslaving, so that we look at the sheer difficulty of slavery and have a look at the codependencies that are established, and how this character, who's traumatised and therefore in 3 people, can actually heal herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, and I'm directing 2 monologues. One is Monument and the other is Feeling the Love. I signed up for this without really knowing what it's all about, actually, and it's been a lot of fun to discover all the great women that are involved with this, with the production and the project. For example, my 2 great actresses, Donna and Lucy May, and it has also been such a great journey to discover those amazing texts together with them. And they're very different actresses as well, and the texts are very different. And I believe that's just a glimpse into the diversity and the variety in female writing and female creativity. And I believe this is a platform for that, and for all of us to show the world what we've got.
Hi, my name's Michelle. I'm a director on one of the pieces on the showcase Here She Is at Theatre Peckham. I'm working with Mimi and RG on a piece that Mimi wrote called Left Behind, which she has performed a number of times. It's a play, so we're just taking a short extract. It's quite an abstract play, but it's an interesting twist to the end. But the scene we're doing is quite contained. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. I've worked with RG and Mimi in their flat rehearsing. It's been very relaxed, and I'm looking forward to working on the actual showcase tomorrow. Yeah, so hopefully it will be brilliant. Thanks.
Whose decision was it to use this specific play?
It was Mimi's decision, yeah, so she's done it before. I think, you know, she wants to showcase her play, and I worked on another showcase that she was involved in called Next Up, and from that I sort of was asked to help out on this, and so I'm just sort of doing it for sort of hoping to go on to do a bit more theatre directing, but yeah.
And what do you expect people to take away from this play?
Well, because it's just a short extract, it's actually quite difficult to talk about because it's in a specific context. But hopefully, two really interesting characters and a lot of questions that the audience will ask once they've seen the piece. And yeah, it's an interesting piece.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Natasha Kathy Chandra, and I'm one of the directors on the showcase Here She Is. I got involved with Bashir Productions. I came across a posting online for a call for directors on this piece.
Okay, so I'm Carla and I'm the stage manager for Here She Is. My role is basically to make sure that everything goes to plan, everything technical works well, and that the actors look good on stage and are not standing in darkness. I kind of just make sure that the running goes smoothly, that everyone comes on time, just the kind of whole general running of everything. I got involved because I've seen an ad online for a really empowering all-women piece, and I was like, yes, I can be part of that. And it is just really like empowering, the fact that it's everyone's helping each other. The writers are showcasing the actors are showcasing the writers' pieces, the directors are helping everyone together, and it's just that kind of communal feel of bringing everyone together to help each other out in the industry, which I think is an amazing thing. Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Hello, my name's Bettina. I came here to London 2 years ago, and I'm interested in doing theatre production, helping here as a stage manager with Bashir Productions, and looking very forward to that project, and find it very interesting and very important to represent women power and women arts on stage. To show that there's no need of making any difference. So, go for equality.
Hi, my name's Flo, and I first got involved with Bashir Productions because I knew Mimi and Argarania from drama school, and I really loved the concept of the show, the fact that it's all female. It seemed like a really empowering production to be a part of, and the fact that it was new writing as well, which I think is really exciting. The piece I'm performing in is called Night Out. It's written by James Humphreys, originally for a man, but it was written in response to the Me Too movement, and it was first performed by a woman. And I've been directed by Natasha, and it's been a really interesting experience, quite challenging at times. The piece is about someone going on a night out and trying to pull, basically, but there's a twist at the end which is quite powerful, as it seems that the person commits assault. So it's been good to play around with different perspectives in the piece, and challenge the audience's, I suppose, their view on assault and what constitutes assault and whether it's different if it's a man or a woman. Yeah, so it's been really good.
Hi, my name's Marita Wells, but everyone calls me Nix because no one can pronounce my name. I got involved with Bashir Productions because I saw they were holding auditions through like an actors group chat kind of thing. Yay, social media finally saving our souls. My piece is called For Art's Sake. I'm in it with Rihanna Ash and directed by Natasha. And it's basically a very candid look at the hypocrisy within the artistic industries, and it's quite funny, but hopefully that comes across to the audience. What's the next question? Oh yeah, what I took away from the piece is that there are always going to be new styles of theatre coming forward, and there are always going to be people who can create something new within something old. So people say that everything's been done before, but you can still find niches within that. And I think that that really comes across in our piece. And what I hope other people will take away from it is that there is such a large demographic and such a huge amount of variety of actors and producers and directors and writers, etc., and we all deserve a chance just as much as anyone else, and nepotism isn't the only way of getting into this industry, and hopefully we can prove that.
Hi, I'm Dalila McFarlane Martin, and I'm one of the actresses in one of the pieces called The Coconut Diaries, and this is going to be part of the Bashir Production Showcase. So I got involved partly because it's an all-female led showcase, and I think it's really important to promote women and female talent, as there is such a lacking, especially with the 18 to 25-year-old kind of age group. The piece that I'm a part of is called The Coconut Diaries, and it's about it kind of deals with race and identity issues, and I think these are really important things to talk about, because they're very relevant to current conversations that are happening right now. In regards to what...
Hi guys, I'm Rihanna and I'm going to be in For Art's Sake. I'm really looking forward to the showcase. I think it's such a great thing to do, having all female talent. We've got fantastic female writers, female directors, female actors. It's really nice to be in an all women ensemble piece, because I think obviously this industry lacks representation from women. So I think it's great to be part of something so empowering. And all of the pieces are just fantastically written. There's a lot of new writing, which is just great. I love the piece that I'm in. It was, when I first read it, it was unlike any piece that I'd read before. It's so kind of witty and fast paced, but from first reading it to how we've rehearsed it is so different to how I first imagined it, and that's thanks to our wonderful director as well. So yeah, it's going to be really good, and I'm hoping, it'd be great if lots of wonderful people came to see it. That would be a bonus, obviously. Yeah.
Hiya, I'm Lucy May, and I'm going to be doing a piece called Monument in the showcase. So I got involved with Bashir, saw they were auditioning on Twitter. It looks really cool. I like the idea that it was sort of female-led, and it seemed to be strong women who were coming up with it. So I went along to the audition and really enjoyed the experience. It's really great. And the piece that I'm doing is sort of like, it starts off a comedy piece, and but it has got sort of a deeper meaning to it, and but it's just a really strong female character who knows her own mind, sort of, or knows where she wants to be. And yeah, it's just been a really great experience working with Lisa, who's directed me, and just working, with a piece that has been written by an incredibly talented woman. And yeah, it's just been a great experience, and I'm really looking forward to sort of performing it and showcasing some great female talent and being a part of that.
Hi, I'm Abigail Kanaya. I'm in the piece My Tempest, written by Catherine Lord and also directed by her. How I got involved with Bashir. So I know someone who knows the owner of Bashir Productions, and she mentioned that there was a showcase going on. I thought, yeah, I'd really want to do a showcase, because personally I had struggled to somehow get in the room, being a big black female with a gap tooth and looks so different, looks so dark, and it was tough. So I thought I would push myself, connect with people and get involved with this amazing showcase. It's been a really great experience, and what do I hope for people to see? I want people to see what I can bring, the power and the strength that I bring through this particular character. This character has a very complex life and has had a terrible childhood, and loads of things happen to them. So I want to be able to really convey that so that the audience can see it, and it's I know it's going to be great.
From Free, I've taken away, and I hope that people who watch it can take away, is that the realization and the understanding and the compassion for the fact that it can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter whether you're an extrovert or an introvert, what kind of life you have, whether you're from a working class background or a middle class, it doesn't matter. You can still find yourself people do find themselves in relationships that are abusive and whose lives are in danger, essentially.
my name is Alexander Hopwood, and I got involved with Bashir Productions because I went to drama school with Mimi and Algarania, and they asked me to come in and be a part of a couple of scenes that they were doing. One of them is called Free, which is written by Algarania. I lend my voice to that piece, and the other piece I'm in is called Coconut Diaries. I really like both pieces for very different reasons. I think Free explores a very interesting toxic relationship dynamic between two people, and we really worked on exploring how that could develop from a place of love and grow into this toxic relationship, and that was a really interesting thing for me to do as an actor, and I hope audiences will be able to pick up on that really complicated relationship between the two characters. And then Coconut Diaries was again another really interesting piece for very different reasons. The character I'm playing is very he doesn't know who he is, and he's looking for his identity in kind of all the wrong places, and kind of picking up different snapshots of different cultures, I guess, and kind of trying them on. And it's interesting how he interacts with others and how the effects of that kind of are felt by others. And it's a really interesting exploration of just what it means to be a black female, and I was really excited to work on that piece.
Hi, my name is Sophie Cartman, and I'm doing a monologue in a piece called Cleaning House. I found out about the production via Facebook. Initially I actually applied as a writer, didn't get on it, and obviously acting is my prolific venture, so I applied for that way, and then I did my self-tape audition and I got onto it. I think the most thing I'm taking away from the piece is the subject matter, just something that I didn't really know too much about, so I feel like I've learned a lot about it, and it makes me think more about the personal lives of the people that are going through these kind of situations, and I think it's very resonant in today's society. I do think the audience will feel the same way, really. I guess watching it might make them feel uncomfortable or more understanding of people that are in these situations. It might, if they think a certain way, the subject matter is immigration, basically. So if they think a certain way on that subject, then they might change their mind. I hope it might do, to the positive. I think it's just a little insight into what people go through when they're under a lot of scrutiny, just being an immigrant. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Eloise Thompson, and I'll be working on My Tempest. I got involved in the showcase because I wanted to work with a lot of female talent and directors and meet a lot of women in the industry, and I have done that, so that was great. The piece is based on The Tempest, focusing on Caliban as a character, and it's been split into three kind of entities of Caliban and her journey through the play. So it's really interesting and taking a completely different take on The Tempest.
Hi, I'm Tegan Byrne, and I'm an actor performing The Coconut Diaries with Bashir Productions. I got involved by seeing a random post that was on a Facebook page about Bossy, and I googled the page and had a look and applied for an audition for it. I met obviously Mimi and Argy at the audition and got a place in The Coconut Diaries, which is directed by Katie Turner, which is amazing. It's about two girls who go to a party, and they're both mixed race, and it's an all black party, and it kind of touches on the subject of how black you are if you're a mixed race, and kind of there's a boy in it called Alex, and he's white, and he's kind of, you're not really sure where he stands on kind of mixed race girls and black girls. He kind of wants a black girl but doesn't really know why or how to do that. So it's quite interesting, and from that we've had quite a lot of discussions as a cast of kind of colorism and racism and kind of society today, particularly in London, and what that's like, and how growing up has been when you've been mixed raced, when it's very split between white or black, and fitting in the middle, what that's kind of like, and whether that's a whole new subject or whether it's kind of just the future. So that's really exciting, and it's very much something that is very interesting for the cast, and I think very interesting for the audience of where they stand and whether it's offensive or whether it touches subjects close to their home and close to their heart. And it's very much the future. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Holly Barber. I'm in the number 52, which is written by Edie Newman and directed by RG Karimi. And I got involved with Bashir Productions through the Facebook group called Bossy, which is a female networking group for creatives in the theatre industry and the film industry as well. So they posted a call out for a showcase which was particularly focusing on diversity and particularly on diverse women. So I really wanted to become involved. So I auditioned, I got in. So I'm in, as I said, number 52 with Edie, who also wrote it, which is kind of about, it was originally written as a monologue, but it's about these two girls who are figuring out their sexuality and figuring out how they basically feel about each other and whether their love for each other is the right kind of love, basically. But yeah.
Hi, I'm Ingvild Larkle. I'm an actor, and I'm going to be in the piece called My Tempest. I first got involved in this production when I saw the casting call, really, and I thought that it looked really interesting doing a showcase with other female talent and directors and writers, and just to meet other people doing the same as me. And being creative, so I thought that would be a nice opportunity, so it was fun to then get a chance to be a part of it. And the piece My Tempest is a rewriting, so a modern version of Caliban's speech from The Tempest, and it's being done so that it's a scene with three people representing Caliban's personality, thoughts and thought process, and it's interesting because it's the story, it's still the situation that Caliban finds himself in The Tempest, within this, with three female characters, if that works. You can do whatever you want when you rewrite things, and we represent his thoughts and feelings in this process, and I think what's interesting is that you can see it in a kind of modern way and how it can connect to a lot of situations one might find, unfortunately, nowadays. So yeah, it's been interesting to work with.
Cool.